So there's a koan that's pretty well known, that's in a couple of the koan manuals. And so koans are these like spiritual questions that we work with as a way, maybe in the past, somebody has had an encounter with a teacher or somebody, and because of that encounter, they've had like an opening or like a shift, and they've found something to be true that they didn't know before. So these koans are these like cases, these kind of stories sometimes have been passed down over the years and used by different meditators to, like, in hopes of maybe touching in to the truth of that encounter, or what that person was, what they found to be true through that little encounter. So there's a well-known one called Joshu's oak tree, sometimes translated as Joshu's cypress tree, um, where Joshu was a Zen teacher in China over 1,000 years ago. And there's a number of these like encounters or koans that center around him. He was a very powerful teacher long ago. So it says that like a practitioner asked him, what is the meaning of Bodhidharma coming from the West? And Joshu answered, oak tree in the garden. So this question sometimes, um, when somebody's asking for like the essence of practice or the essence of Zen, they'll say, "What's the meaning of Bodhidharma coming from the West?" Bodhidharma was like a legendary figure who's seen as bringing the Zen tradition from India to China, and it's like pointing to, what is the meaning of that? What's the meaning of him coming? So this monk or this practitioner is asking Joshu, what is this all about? What's this path of practice about? What are we doing here? What is Zen practice? What is this search for truth about? And Joshu, his response, oak tree in the garden, is interesting. So this teacher is trying to point this practitioner towards something that's real, something that's true. And chances are, if they're anything like me, or maybe you at times, um, I'm often looking for the truth elsewhere. Like I'm thinking about Zen, or I'm thinking about enlightenment in terms of something that's very out there, or something that's very magical or mysterious, or like I really need to get to it and put all these things in place in order to really tap into it and to know it. But Joshu's saying, well, oak tree in the garden. So chances are they're standing in a garden. They're standing in a park, or in, yeah, at the temple there, and there's an oak tree. There's a tree there, and he says it's that. It's that. He's not saying, well, you need to practice, strong and meditate for this many minutes each day. And when you're eating, you need to do this. When you're chanting, you need to do this. He says it's oak tree in the garden. So he's really, when I feel into this, he's really pointing to just um, the magic of the moment, like the truth of this moment and of that tree, for example. He could have said anything. He could have said the brick wall over there at the gate. He could have said the roof on the temple. He could have said the tulips popping up through the ground. So the oak tree in the garden, like, think about where that brings you. Like it brings you right back to this moment and to truly experiencing that tree. It really, and how incredible it is. Think about a tree the root structure, the trunk, the branches, the leaves, everything about it is incredible. It's like a miracle. And he's really pointing us to the like immediacy of the moment and just what is happening right now. Like how can we really touch into that and know that and like be here present with it? What does it mean to really experience that oak tree in the garden? Um, that's the question. So he's kind of giving this practitioner, this monk or whoever it was, a little nudge towards, hey, come back right now. What's happening right here, right now? And what does it mean that the reason Bodhidharma came from the West, the essence of like a life of practice, what does it mean that it's it's this tree? It's this tree right here. What does it mean to know that and to be intimate with that? So I love that koan. I love how simple it is and how, like, many of the koans, it's like they're bringing us back to what's here right now. Sometimes we can think about these questions as being very philosophical or intellectual, but when we really get into them, they're taking us right back to like the cutting edge of reality. So, oak tree in the garden. I like sometimes we can be there with the oak tree in the garden, but we're not really there with it. Like I can be thinking about what I'm going to have for dinner when I'm right there in the moment with the oak tree, or I can be worrying about something I said last week to somebody, or it's easy to kind of filter the true experience of the oak tree through my mind, through my emotions and my thoughts, and like through this like sense of perceived separation. I like the poem called The Vacation, where they say, he says, once there was a man who filmed his vacation. He went flying down the river in his boat, with his video camera to his eye, making a moving picture of the moving river upon which his sleek boat moved swiftly toward the end of his vacation. He showed his vacation to his camera, which pictured it, preserving it forever. The river, the trees, the sky, the light, the bow of his rushing boat, behind which he stood with his camera, preserving his vacation even as he was having it, so that after he had had it, he would still have it. It would be there, with a flick of a switch, there it would be, but he would not be in it. He would never be in it. I like that. Sometimes we can be there with something, with the tree, with the sky, with the river, but it's like we're filtering it through our mind, through this sense of like, well, this is something out there, or it's like this, it's like that. It's like we're getting an intellectual picture of it, but that's different from actually really knowing the river, really knowing the sky, really knowing the oak tree in the garden. So maybe that's a question you want to work with in your practice. Oak tree in the garden.